start it again.
Oh.
Before I
All
stop.
right, I got
before
two
stop.
subjects then. So, because I can explain the song from what's going to be the last episode for Adam, for reference, and the subject I was going to bring up with Preston, because it's actually a funny subject. All right, first one, Adam. What we're talking about, SMT3, the most famous battle song, and it has lyrics in it. But the creator didn't want the lyric. The creator wanted the lyrics to be essentially like a instrument. It was kind of just meshed together. So he mixed his vocals with a text-to-speech program. And so it's gargled essentially, but there's enough you can somewhat hear it. So people for the longest time slowly started figuring out what they were saying in the lyrics. And you good, Preston?
Oh, sorry. I was listening.
And
I
you're invested. And most of them they got right. People figured out that a lot of the lyrics was taken straight from Revelation. So like strike with all plagues, drink up the wine of the wrath of God, stuff like that. But the one big line, and this is what the song was referred to for the longest time, is "One more God rejected." And that was like everybody thought that was what it was saying. That was what the song was known for. Because I mean, it just literally went, "One more God rejected," burn, da, 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 like that.
Yeah.
And so everybody thought that's what was going on. Well, a couple years ago, someone looked into it because found the specific text-to-speech program they used, and started putting in things because they were like, "That doesn't sound right."
Yeah.
They figured out that was incorrect. The actual line is still from Revelation. It is "War broke out in heaven." And it's caused a major just shock.
Oh, there it is. Look.
Yeah, look, there's the auto charge.
Attack. But I attacked.
Oh.
So
You
it
don't
takes
get to
a
attack.
turn? It takes a
Yeah,
turn?
apparently.
That's not good. That means I can
It says
die
something. Oh, really?
I mean, he did like
Took away your.
Yeah.
It took away my turn.
Ooh, it's kind of.
Attacks up there.
Yeah, but what does it matter if he kills me on the next turn?
Yeah, if you die.
I mean, he can't kill me because I have 2 death blocks, but...
Yeah. But yeah, like when that guy made the video, it was a huge shock throughout the fandom because we've all been hearing this song wrong since 2005.
Yeah.
And everybody's kind of like, wow, how much of this song do we... Because the other line that was mumbled too was "strike with all plagues." People didn't really know what it was saying then. But then, of course, someone figured out the Revelations thing. And Revelation says he will strike with all plagues. So they figured out, oh, that's what they're saying.
Yeah. Oh, my courage has returned. Now that I'm still
Alright,
at a
second thing I was
battlefield.
going to bring up. This has to do with the Elden Ring DLC. If you haven't played it, play it.
Or don't.
Or don't. You can just listen to this and watch a
Dodge.
video, whatever. Watch a video for the thing I'm talking about because it's still a good video to watch. Bale. Specifically his voice actor.
Bale.
That was the first time he has ever voice acted in his life. This was a 61-year-old man that had done voiceover for commercials his entire life.
Whoa, 61? I didn't know his age.
Yeah. And the funniest part is, he didn't think he did a good job on it. He thinks that was a very mediocre job. But I'm going to use this, because why not? Yeah, like people went to ask him, like, so how do you think he did? And he's like, I didn't think I did a good job.
Turns out, best NPC in the game, or the DLC
Turns
at
out
least.
that's one of the best Moby Dick impressions we'll ever hear. What do I go for here?
I also saw a clip, kind of comparing the
Rock
influences of Elden Ring and the influences of George Martin and Miyazaki in Elden Ring. Like I was like, if you see Big Dragon, most definitely George R.R. Martin.
Mm.
If you see a 6'2" petite woman with no shoes and bare feet, Miyazaki. I'm like, you know what? He's got a point.
Got a point.
The
Oh,
dragons,
no, I love
the dragon
Turn it
influence
on.
was a lot more present in this game than like any other Souls. I'm here for it, honestly.
yes and no, because I mean, you have to think of the lore of Dark Souls.
Okay, the lore.
The dragons are dead. There are no.
I want more dragons in Dark Souls.
I don't remember what does what, and I left my journal at home. I have this all written in. Roll with this.
What do you mean? What does what?
Like what specific stat it buffs
Oh.
when you master it. I can look it up real quick if I wanted to. I'm gonna do that.
Aren't you doing all of them?
Yeah, but I want to. If I don't get to do it, I might as well. Okay, none of these are really too hot.
Ninja should be speed.
Ninja speed.
Spell sword is
Alchemist is magic.
Spell sword is attack and magic.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, I'll go Alchemist then.
Well then.
Well, that was a good impression.
Ah!
There you go, Preston. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about Elden Ring's story because of George R.R. Martin is one of my least interested FromSoft story.
It
Because
definitely feels. Sorry, keep going.
okay. Because oh boy, here we go. Because it's his writing, and you can tell it's him writing it because the whole thing is just look at this huge family conflict and look at all this incest in the family. And it's just, and the names being so similar to each other, you just don't know who they're ever talking about.
I mean, let's see. I mean, there was a thing with Gwen and Guinevere and stuff like that, but there wasn't too many of them to get confused.
No, yeah. And that was the naming scheme for a family. Oh, God.
It literally just takes you. They did that last time too. It just took you to a town like right next door. I was hoping it would be like something interesting.
When it had similar names like that, it was in the family. It wasn't every boss was similar, even if they weren't related.
All of my dollars.
Hey, thanks a lot.
But that's alright.
The Thunder Blade. Thunder. Thunder. Thundercats.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't ruin it, they should remake that again. They remade it like 3 times. I prefer Thundercats over He-Man.
That kind of animation style is just dead in general, honestly.
Yeah, no, I love it though.
I liked it too. I wouldn't mind Netflix's like Castlevania or
yeah, if they
Percy.
wouldn't ruin it, I wouldn't mind them.
I mean, I like that animation style for it. Is what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Like literally their He-Man like series. I know it kind of sucked, but their animation style was really good, anyways.
I don't know. I honestly think we should go back to 90s animation styles. I think it looks better than nowadays, honestly.
Yeah.
It's unique. Addicted.
Bunch of alchemists. I'm back.
Let's see what happened.
Oh my god, that pause
None of us
is
have
so
benefited from
annoying.
this entire playthrough.
I was gonna say I think so far this game
No one's done good.
all negative.
But yeah, going back to there's something when we transferred, and it didn't start that way, but it definitely started going that way. Animation studios started getting rushed when they switched to digital, And you can tell a lot of the passion and like hard work is just gone in animation now, it feels like. Because I mean, you watch old 90s, even
Get him.
80s anime,
Yeah.
and you can tell they had fun and tried with it. And now it's just, well, it's an art style issue too. It just all feels the same nowadays. But I can't talk on the art style issue because I mean that's everybody. The old ways died out apparently.
Forgetting that. Ooh.
Okay. We can't have our super buff men like Kenshiro or the first Joestars or Violence Jack anymore. Speaking of
Oh, well, you're dead.
Tornado.
Oh.
No, I think Tornado does half your health. Or does a...
Apparently
It does a weird thing. I think I remember this continent, the enemies, the random enemies you get are harder than that bosses. If I'm
I feel
remembering
like
right.
you're not wrong.
God.
At least I live with you.
This way. No, I want to fight a fish. Never mind, we're not fighting a fish.
Risque. Oh,
Hey, Weber.
give you your contract back.
Oh, no. Nope. Oh, yep, there it is.
Yeah.
That's from the line. Thank you. But yeah, I think too. And
How many spaces away are you from that spot, Preston? Are you trying to go get it or not?
Get what? Oh,
The
I
item.
forgot! I had to...
Oh my god.
Oh my god, my brain is all over the place.
Anyways, back to what I was saying. After Preston's brain's fried, apparently. I was like, "Here, if you can't get it with that, I don't know what you can do." I think too, and reading Araki's book kind of showed me that it made me realize Shonen Jump doesn't help anymore with people taking their time. They rush people hard, and so I think that just started to lead people to becoming lazy in their stuff and basically drawing the bare minimum just to get their story across. And that kind of doesn't translate well to their animation. But that's why Rocky left. He was like, I'm tired of doing weekly stuff. I can't write my story and keep up like that. So, part 6, he does everything they tell him not to do. He pisses them off. He says, see ya. Jumps to, I forget the other company's name. Then writes the second best rated manga of all time. It says, hey, Shonen Jump, look what I did.
Simple as.
You give me a little bit of time to work and do a good job. But here's the thing that happens. If you aren't an artist or don't know much about art in general, when you read or look at that stuff, since you have no way of knowing, you don't see it as lazy or rushed. But if you even know the slightest bit of like art and time it takes and all that, and you see the rush stuff, you can tell they didn't take their time. They just threw it out there. There you go.
Oh, I'm gonna go on a trip, aren't I?
Oh, go around the world.
Silver sword.
I believe the one on the left is suddenly increases your magic. Oh.
His warrior.
I mean, yeah, it's just a straight up upgrade. I think the thing on the left's the shield. Balboa.
He's a ninja.
A ninja? That doesn't make any sense.
Ninja.
We're ninjas.
How much was that gonna be?
Ninjago.
34%. Man, he's got high speed.
He's a guy. Yeah, he's a ninja. But what do I know? I've only just started learning to draw comics. What, 4 months, maybe? Not even that. I don't think. I haven't been studying and reading books on it or nothing.
Not gonna get there anyway. Let's go. My whirlpool up there.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing too. I think that's an issue with modern day anime or manga in general. I don't know at what point people just kind of stopped writing their story or decided just to make it bare basic and then just think, oh, my fight scenes can carry my story. Sure, that might work 1 or 2 times, but eventually people are going to stop caring that your fight scenes are good if there's no reason for us to care about the fight. And I think that's slowly becoming why I just am not getting interested in anything, is because there's such mediocre and non-impactful story that even if your fights are fantastic, why do I care? I mean, really. If there's going to be no impact for their fight.
I started and finished Delicious in Dungeon or Dungeon Meshi, and I thought that was a really good anime.
I've heard it's good.
It was fun. Fantasy world is basic, but the author or the creator nailed like the stereotypes and like making all of the races kind of have their own special talents, and also a lot of like ecology and biology lessons tied into it.
He did a good job. That I don't know the guy's name to point him out or call him out, but he does a very good. Oh no!
Go away! Can I kill you? Oh, that's not the worst. Okay.
He does a very good job at doing in a manga or comic book, separating your stylization, and I forget the actual word of it, name for you, but your style versus realism.
Yeah.
And because your style and realism are always going to conflict. But the times you want to use realism is when you want your audience to pay attention to something. Good example in anything, gore. Gore is always going to be realistic because it has to be if you want your audience to care.
Yeah.
Food animes have to be realistic on their food because that is the main attraction.
Yep.
Alright.
I thought it was so cool with all the cooking scenes and like the breakdown of the recipes was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Also the jokes that came with it too.
Yeah.
At one point, they had, like, essentially created a mixing pot of a bunch of different cultural, what's the word I'm looking for? We had different ways that cultures would ward away ghosts and stuff like that. And so they were like, food was blah, 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 and also salt, because this does that. And they were basically adding all the ingredients into this jar. I was sitting there thinking, wait a minute, they're making ice cream. And what do you know? After they killed a ghost with, like, this jar full of, like, holy stuff, it was a sorbet.